You are now listening to Artist at Work.
Artist at Work.
Artist at Work. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Artists at Work. I'm your host, 1AM, and we're here today with AFG. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? 1 a.m. in
What's
the house.
good? How are you, dude?
I'm doing pretty good, just chilling. What about you?
Good. Just here, pretty much just enjoying this weird summer vacation, I guess. That's what it
Very
seems,
long summer vacation.
right? In the winter.
I know.
But so I got you here on this little show because I want to bring light to who you are and what you do. So who are you? Tell these people who you are.
Who you are?
Who
Who
you
you
are.
think you is? Um, well, I'm actually a Christian hip hop artist, and I say that lightly because a lot of people just brush that off. They're just like, "Oh, that sounds whack." But the reality is, you can be a Christian hip hop artist without talking about Christ and God in every single verse. There's like a lot of bad taste, but I want to bring that bad taste out of people's mouths, bring some awareness like, hey, we cool too, we tight too, we got flow too. Like it's not all about, Jesus this, God that every single second. And every single one of the mainstream artists talk about God too. So it's about time you guys give us some love too, you know what I'm saying?
Very good point. I remember we met at was it Rosie McK? No. It was the Crate Place, right? You had come to
Yeah,
the
great
show.
place.
And I had met AFG, and after the show, we were just chopping it up, and he was just telling me a lot of the different things that he does other than rapping. So, like, kind of give a little brief on like all the different hats that you wear.
Oh, I'm a jack of all trades. I'm also a barber. I've been a barber on the side for the last 15 years. I started when I was 12 on myself, and then I started when I was 14 on all my friends and stuff. Also, I'm a DJ. I actually got some gigs coming up this year and next year. So I'm excited about that because COVID put a real hit on that. The other things, I'm a choreographer. I was in a dance crew for 12 years, so I did a lot of that. I taught at some schools before, taught some classes. I mean, what else am I? I'm everything.
Working out, you make weights and
Oh,
stuff.
oh yeah, dude, I do so much.
Videos.
Yeah, I've been making some videos for some of my friends and stuff, trying to do what I can. I mean, I invest in what I can. I was also a personal trainer too, and that was pretty fun, but I didn't do that for that long. I've been doing fitness for like 6 years now, so yeah, I haven't gone more than 2 weeks without working out. It's
Wow,
consistency.
that's
Like
good.
there's been like one, maybe two times where I was like struggling, but always back at it.
Hey, it's important, especially now too. And I mean, you have your own little gym, your own little workout thing. So, I mean, the pandemic hasn't really hurt you in that spot, right?
Nah, once the pandemic started, I was like, all right, time to invest in my own thing because I already felt like this was going to take way longer than it's supposed to. I just had a feeling, and I was right. This thing is still going on. I don't know, probably for another 6 months or something. I don't know, but
Let's
yeah, I
just
got
hope
like a
not.
full gym in my garage. Yeah, for real.
Yeah, damn, that's good though, 'cause I know like earlier this year I was like, I want to start working out too, and then I went to the store and there's like nothing. All the bikes were gone, like a lot of the weights were gone because everyone's trying to
Oh
work out
yeah, for
still,
real.
you know?
Actually, I just went to Target like 2 days ago, and there was hella weights.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
you could go try again.
Yeah, I'll have to give it another go. But I've just kind of been doing cardio and like just home workouts without the weights, you know?
Hey, as long as you get in some workout, it's good for your health, good for your lungs, your heart, your brain. You're good to go.
Yep. So from like all the things that you love to do, what actually like led you to do music? Like what came first, and then what kind of transitioned you to doing music?
Honestly, it was when I was a kid. I was young. That's like all I had. I felt like I didn't have a dad growing up. My mom was busy working 2 jobs, going to school. My sisters, they're girls, can't really. We always fighting and stuff, and it just felt like a like a an outcast, at school because I didn't speak Spanish. I went to all Mexican middle school and didn't have nothing. So I was always listening to music, always just bobbing my head, just getting into it. And people be making fun of me. My friends and stuff be making fun of me because they're like, "This guy, what are you doing?" And
Hmm.
I'm just always with my headphones and my CD player, a big old fat CD player stuck in my pocket, just getting down. And I just like love the music. I love the beat. I love the message, and I always like felt like it needed something else. It needed some more morals in it, some more messages in it, because like there's when we were growing up in the '90s and early 2000s, like music was starting to get into that, get into a lot of drugs and hoes and money and cars, all that kind of stuff, and I was just like, I mean that's cool and stuff, but I don't really like to talk about it. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. And I just started making music with some of my friends in the video academy at Watsonville High School. And man, I suck so bad. I think I swear I can still find on my old laptop my like first song that I made. It was like terrible. I actually made the beat on the computer and it was like doom 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 doom. Oh, oh my god, it was so bad. But yeah, I just kept working at it. Me and my cousin, we used to like rap all the time. I used to beatbox and he used to rap over it. He freestyle and he freestyled for days. I still to this day don't know how he freestyles for that long. But me and him, we used to make songs all the time. And it was like really cool because for my high school graduation, me and two of my buddies, we made a song for the graduation. I performed in front of everybody. It was
Hey.
amazing. Yeah, it was tight. I mean, it sucks so bad looking back at it now, but
Hey, it's a start.
yeah, it's tight, to have those humble beginnings.
Yeah, definitely. I remember back in high school, the first time like I actually rapped was at the talent show with this girl named Julia, and she was more of like a singer. She was like a, I guess, rock or folk kind of singer, and we did airplanes. So she sang like the Haley Williams part, and then I wrote my own rap, and it's pretty
Hey,
crazy. Like you get your start, but I mean, you
hmm
gotta start somewhere.
yeah. I remember actually one time before that, before the graduation, there was like a little talent show or something during lunch. I don't remember exactly. I think I was like a junior, and one of my favorite songs at that time was "Dance with the Devil" by Immortal Technique.
Mm,
And I knew the whole song, and I just went
yeah.
up there and I was like, and I started flowing and stuff. And then people were like, "Hey, calm down," because like there's a lot
Yeah.
of some bad
That sounds
words,
pretty
some N
intense.
words, and I was like, "Oh shoot, my bad." I tried to bleep it out, but sometimes you can't help it.
I remember, dude, that song, freaking just the first time I heard it, it gave me chills. Like that I think that was probably the first time like I heard like conscious rap. I don't know what you would categorize it, but just like real, like
Revolutionary rap. That's what
yeah.
I thought it was called.
Cause I used to listen to Eminem, so I was like hella opposite of you. I used to listen to Eminem and
Me too. Eminem
screamo
too. That's my
bands.
boy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But it's interesting how it translates, like us as artists, like, cause you like listening to your music. You like to talk about important things, and you're very conscious and you're very like aware of like what you're saying and how you're saying it. And I know, like for me too, I've like transitioned from talking about weed and like just cussing people out to like telling different stories and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool to like just hear your background. Like I didn't even know you listen to Eminem.
Oh yeah, I still do. Shoot, when I'm working out. So, I used to listen to the old school back. What would he do? all those crazy songs where he was like talking about crazy stuff all the time.
Oh,
He was
like the Rain Man? That was like had like nothing to do with anything.
uh,
You
I
ever heard
remember,
that
and
one?
then like, no, I don't think so. There's one about his mom, like, um, I'm
Cleaning out my
cleaning out my
closet?
closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one went hard.
Yeah.
Oh man, he had some good ones back in the day.
Do you like his music now?
And now I feel like he kind of like lost a little fire,
Mm,
just cause like I don't know, maybe because he's been sober for so long, and he just like I feel like he's trying to rediscover himself, as a clean
yeah.
person, and he needed to go through that transition phase. But now he's coming back with some really good stuff. Like, I dropped a couple songs and I was listening to him, and it's sick. Like, he's coming back, especially when somebody comes at him though sideways, like Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, he just
Yeah.
destroyed him. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's the Eminem I like.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that Eminem is pretty much one of the artists that really like made me who I am. Cause like when I first started, I was like afraid to just like spit and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. But so Eminem for you, is that somebody that you would put on your like top 5 list of like influencers that made you who you are, or
Um, I don't know if I have a top five list. I never really thought about it, to be honest. Like I feel like I hold a lot of respect for a lot of the heads back in the day and the little bit newer ones from the 90s, and today there's only a couple now. There's few and few as you get
yeah.
newer and newer. Um, but I don't know, I just like appreciate what he brought to the game, and the exposure that he brought to not judging people by their cover and stuff, and like because Eminem's story is crazy. He's been through a lot, and
Mhm.
just to see him come out the other side a better person. And you actually see him now using his platform for good. You like in his concerts and stuff, he was just like, F Donald Trump, you got blah, 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 like putting him on blast, and he doesn't care. Like, that's the beautiful thing is he doesn't care what, he could lose a million fans or whatever, but he's
Yeah.
trying to do the right thing. He's trying to use his platform for good.
Mhm.
I have a massive respect for that, because not a lot of artists would put themselves out like that. They'd rather not say anything political or anything to help anybody else out, just so that they keep their name clear.
Yeah.
It's just the
That's
fact that
very
he did
true.
that has mad respect.
So ironically, like as a Christian rapper who listens to Eminem, like what? Because like I know like a lot of people have their own like ideas of like what a Christian rapper is, and like what you said, how they just kind of think that people are just like, oh, like Jesus, 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 like but that's not really the case. Like there's a lot of different rappers like that. So like, how would you define at least yourself as being a Christian rapper? Like what? How would you like explain that to somebody who doesn't know what that is?
Explain what a Christian rapper is.
Yeah, like from your like point of view, I guess.
I mean, from my point of view, just because I've been listening to Christian hip hop for the last, I don't know, 7 8 years or something. Back then it did suck. I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't that tight yet. It was oh my god, it was funny. But now for me, I feel like what a Christian rapper is just like a person. It's a regular person. And if you are Christian, like you're not gonna walk around and like if someone says, "Oh yeah, I believe in Christ," and you're like, "Oh, you're Christian then. Why are you doing these things?" You're not gonna go up and judge them like that. People come in all sorts of different sizes, colors, shapes, everything. And yet we don't judge them on those things. We don't people do things, people mess up, people have their own vices, people live their life the way they live it,
Mhm.
and I have no place to judge them however they're living it, because I'm not perfect. And at the end of the day, I feel like as a Christian rapper, and looking from the inside out, I feel like a lot of people, they just judge right off the
Mhm.
bat. You hear a Christian rapper, they judge you. If you do anything wrong, they judge you. Like, oh, Christians don't do that. Christians don't say that. Christians
Yeah.
don't wear that. Christians don't have that. It's just
Yeah.
like Christian doesn't mean you're perfect. Christian doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes. You're a regular person still, but you're just trying to better yourself. You're
Right.
just trying to learn some of the lessons that Christ gave us to make ourselves better. That's it. It's like we have an example that we're trying to go after. We have a goal, and we're gonna mess up, So I feel like it's the best way to go about it is not to judge anybody, whether you're an atheist or you're a Christian, whether
Mhm.
you're a gangster or cholo or whatever you are. You don't
Yeah.
judge somebody. So it's just like Christian rappers gotten a lot of heat, especially lately because Christian rap has actually been making a huge jump in the music industry, and especially in the dance industry. A
Mm.
lot of Christian hip hop songs there used to be more underground, but they're blowing up because of TikTok and because of these dance crews, like Kinjas and Jabberwockies, the
Mm.
Cookies, all them. They're using these songs because no one knows them.
Yeah.
And so they're using these songs for these dances. And I think it's so cool too. Like they're coming out like, hey, that's my music. That's what's up. And then you see all these other people start using it. And I mean, it kind of sucks that they don't really know that it's Christian hip hop.
Yeah.
They're just playing it
Yeah.
because it sounds cool. But the fact that it's coming out there and it's going viral, I feel like
Mhm.
that's huge, because if you do stop and listen to the songs, listen to the lyrics, you're gonna hear it. It's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy.
I'm sure people will like, cause once you have like all your friends around, it's kind of hard to pay attention to the song. But then once they're alone, they'll probably be like, "Oh, that's what they're saying," you know. So,
Hmm.
kind of going back to like your music, like you do everything independently, right?
Yeah, everything on my own. I mean, I don't make beats. I try to find some beats on YouTube or SoundClick or what's the BeatStar? Is that what it's called?
BeatStars, yeah, I think so. I don't know, cause
I
I make my own beats, so I
I
don't
like I don't know, man. That's for
know.
chumps.
Nah, everyone's got their own, but, I'm just curious and, like, so did you just start, when did you actually start putting out music, and do you have any projects already out?
I think the first song I ever made all the way through, it was called Only Time Will Tell. And it was actually, now I look back at it, it was pretty well done. I mean, my flow wasn't that good yet. And I could have done some better rhyme schemes and stuff, but the storytelling was cool now I look back at it. And that was like back in like 2010, I think. 2009, somewhere around there. And basically, in the song, it's a three-part song where there's each verse is a different part of the story, and each one ends with like a kind of like a cliffhanger, and the chorus is only time will tell what is going to come of that situation. And like that was the first song that I made. That was such a long time ago. And yeah, I am working on a couple different songs right now. I was working on one with you, another Christian song. Let's see. I got one right now. It's kind of like a frustrated song.
Mm.
Like I just been getting some friction on social media, and some people in my life, just kind of like judging me and putting me down and stuff. So this one is really more about like reinforcing who I am, and like I'm gonna stay being me. I don't care
Mhm.
what other people think. I don't care what they say about me. It's more about my integrity and my character of who I am. I'm gonna keep doing that.
Damn, dude, so just curious, like, cause I've always wondered, like, cause I like to do a lot of different things too. Like, aside from music, I like to make beats, I like art, I like video games, I like just like photography, different things. So like, how do you like find time to like put in time for your music? Like,
Um, for me, I'm a little bit different. I mean, right now we're in a pandemic, but I mean, minus that, basically for me is, I don't know if you know who Gary Vee is.
Mhm.
He's an entrepreneur. Love the guy. He's not for everybody. He cusses a lot, but I just like weed out that stuff. I don't judge people on that stuff. Like you cusses, whatever. And me myself personally, I don't. But I, I'd rather judge somebody by their character than some words that they might say here and there. But anyways, I identify with him a lot because he does everything. Like he's all over the place. He has like, a dozen different projects going on at the same time. And I'm the same way. And so I've always been that way since I was young. When I was back in high school, my most productive year, my best GPA was my junior year.
Mhm.
And I was going to basically it was called primary, no, not primary. It was basically Bible study before class, and I'd get there at 6 a.m. So I had to wake up at like 5:30, 5 o'clock to get there at 6, and then at 7 we would leave church and go to school and get there like 7:15, 7:30. So I would start my days at 5:30 in the morning, and then after school I went to work for 2 hours, and after that for 2 hours I had dance practice from like 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock or something, 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, depending on
Mm,
how well practice went. And then after that, I went home and did my homework. So
mm.
like my day was full from 6 a.m. all the way until like 10 p.m. every day, basically. And that was when I got my highest GPA. I got like a 3.6 or something. All my other years, I got like a 2.7.
You're really focused then.
I just love to be in everything. Like people a lot of times say that I'm spread too thin or I need to focus on one thing.
Mhm,
And I focus better when I can go from one thing to another, not at the same time. I
mhm,
don't like to multitask. I like to go all in on something and then forget about that while I'm doing all in on this other thing.
mhm.
So like I switch gears. That's how I'm able to juggle so many things. Is I switch gears. When I'm into music, I'm in it. I'm not, on social media. I'm not calling people. I'm not playing video game. I'm in it, and I get stuck in it too for a lot of hours. Sometimes I
Yeah,
stay up till 2, 3, 4 in the morning, because this song is like it's coming. And I can't stop it. I just gotta keep writing, gotta keep flowing, keep practicing. Okay, okay, sounds good. Oh, too many syllables. Let me take that out.
yeah.
Like it just keeps coming, and I just love when I get in that mode. But I get in that mode with everything. Like if I'm cleaning or if I'm at work or if I'm doing schoolwork. Like I like to get a lot of work that has to be done. I like to do all that at once.
Do you
Huh?
have, like, a little set schedule, like, just for your music? Like a certain time of day or, like, days of the week or you know what I mean? Like
For me, usually I work on music at night. It's like I don't know. It feels weird when I'm working on it during the day. I feel like my mind is trying to wander, but at night, I just like it's not every night. But I always try to listen to like what I do is for me personally. I mean, I feel like every artist could say, I need to work on music more, but for me, I like to make a song or make a verse, and because the creative juices come, and then for like a week I'll just play it,
Mhm.
like maybe like 5, 10, 20 times in a day, just to keep hearing it and see. Because one of the tests is if it's going to withstand the test of time is if you get tired of it or not.
Yeah.
If you get tired of it in only a couple of days, most likely other people will get tired of it too.
Mhm.
I mean, of course, if you listen to it 150 times, you might be a little tired of it.
Try mixing.
But uh,
Try the mixing process. You'll be like, "I'm so done with this song, I don't want it," and, like, hasn't even gotten a chance to get out yet.
oh man, I can't even imagine. I've been trying to mess with the music equipment that I got from you, and the other one I already have back here. I don't know if you can
Hey.
see it.
Yeah.
I still need some more focus time on that because I start working on it and I get frustrated. I'm like, I'm just gonna work on my song because you know, I like seeing progress,
Yeah.
instead of being stuck. But what I was just saying earlier. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And so I listen to it so many times so I can memorize the lyrics, and then I go back and I re-record it so it sounds better. Because like first time you
Mm.
record it, you're reading it. Second time you don't have to. It flows better.
Mm.
But yeah,
You know what my favorite tool is for the studio? A voice
what?
recorder. A voice recorder so that I mean, cause like, for me, sometimes, it's just I'm a lazy ass and I don't wanna set up my mic and everything, so I'll just or if I have, like, songs on the go, they even have apps too now, but, like, I just have, like, a little handy voice recorder, and I just record that so then I have that rough instead of, like, sitting there doing it all. Just a quick tip, just, if you're on
Oh
the
yeah.
go.
No, I do that a lot when I'm driving.
Mm,
Um, I'll just kind of like put on some beats and maybe that I downloaded already,
yeah.
or I'd be looking at some new ones, kind of just like just whatever comes on, and I'll just start freestyling. I'll put on my recorder and I'll start freestyling. I
Hey.
mean, when I'm freestyling for that long, I kind of mess up a lot, but I get to see if I'll like it or not. And
Mhm.
then also sometimes I might have some cool little rhymes in there, and then
Yeah,
I'll just throw them in later. I'll be like,
yeah.
oh yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, that was tight.
That's a really
Because
good way to,
sometimes,
like, generate, just ideas and concepts for songs too, like, for writer's block, just sitting with the beat and just freestyling over it, you know?
oh yeah, when I get writer's block, I just go back. I'm like, oh, let me see what I was working on. Oh, this is fire, and I'll start working on it. That's how I did the one I told you about earlier. I don't have a name for it yet, but the one where I'm talking about, it's kind of like I forgot what I said earlier, but
It's all it's all good.
just rewind it real quick and
Yeah,
then
just
check, and
rewind
then that's the one
it.
I'm talking about.
Um, so you said, like, you have songs, but you haven't, like, put out, like, a full project, right?
No, I haven't. I want to put it out on Spotify, and I tried to do that, and I don't remember saying like you have to wait 2 weeks for this and that. And so like maybe like a year ago, I
Uh-huh.
set up what is it called? Does it start with a B?
TMI?
BMI. Yes, that's
Yeah.
the one.
That's for, like, streaming royalties, I think, but I don't think that has to do
With Spotify?
yeah, it could be incorrect, I'm not entirely sure 'cause, I use it, but I was told that it's for, like, TV and video games, like, like, if people stream your music on that kinda stuff, like the radio, but it is important to have that, but as far as, like putting your music on Spotify, I mean, there's so many different ways you could do it, and it's pretty easy, like, depending on, like, what service you choose, they all have their perks, and, like, I was using DistroKid, but I didn't like the customer service, it was, like, non-existent. So, like, maybe you can look into, like, CD Baby or, like, TuneCore, it just depends on, like, what your needs are, you know what I mean? Like, all of those companies are pretty good for the most part, but it just depends on, like, what your needs are. So if you want, like, a song to be, like, dropped, like, right away, then I would probably do DistroKid just because they have, like, a faster time, I think, but, it just depends, but I think, like, for you, you want, like, that 2-week window so that you could, like, hype up the song, you know what I mean? Promote it, and then once they have that date that it'll be dropped, then you can be like, "Oh, like, go pre-save it." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you.
Mhm.
Putting me on to the game.
It's pretty easy to get your song out on Spotify now. Like
Okay.
there's even free things. So I mean, after this interview, I can walk you through some stuff or I could show you what I use. Yeah, it's pretty easy.
All right, I'm gonna have to check it out because
Yeah.
last time I was trying, I was like, I swear I was sitting there for like 2 hours trying to figure it out.
Bro, you should have texted me. You should be like, "How does this work?"
Oh, this was like before I was even talking to you.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
tried a long time ago, and I was just like, let me just like maybe I won't. I was what I said to myself in my head was once I get like a full like I'm gonna release like a CD,
Mhm.
then I'll go into Spotify so I can have a lot of music to upload instead of just like a couple here and there and stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that I guess this is, like, a really good point of, like, being an independent artist is we gotta learn everything to, like, get our music out there from promotion to distribution to just the creative process itself, you know? So
Yeah, but that's why
you
we
got a
work
lot to
together.
learn, young one.
For real. But that's why we work together, to help each other out,
Exactly.
use each other's resources. And
Mhm.
on that note, I got some more DJ equipment. I got like some really good lights. I
What?
got, I got a canopy. I got a bunch of stuff. Like,
Okay. Am I gonna see that at my wedding?
yes,
Yeah,
I,
you can
I
bring
got
all
so much
that?
more.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And I'm actually gonna put out some ads, promotional ads for my DJing. I'm gonna set it up because now I got everything. I cleaned up the backyard. I can set it all up. Be like, bam, this is the first package. It's only this price, and then second package you get a little bit more, a little
Mm,
bit more price, and then the ultimate package. When you want to bring that bass.
mm,
Um,
okay,
so yeah, I'm gonna have that out pretty soon.
for sure. So, like, I know, like, I talking to you, I've, like, taught you some things about just, like, creating music in general and, like, a lot that goes into the background, but, like, on your own, like, just diving into all the information that's out there about creating music and being, like, an independent artist, like, what's, like, the most important lesson so far that you've, like, learned from just digging through all that information?
Just like finding yourself or like what's more of what
Maybe
you're
in
after.
terms of, like, developing as an artist, whether it's from creating music or just managing yourself as an artist?
mm, I think to at a more basic level, I think a really important lesson to learn, if you're an up and coming artist or more established artist, is to not be too much of a perfectionist.
Mm,
I feel like we judge ourselves too much before we even put it out. We already tell ourselves what people are going to say about it, and it halts us from putting out content, from putting out music, and I think especially when we try to experiment with something new.
mm,
It's not the normal whatever raps that you usually make, or if you're a singer, it's something way different, and you like really struggle to like it enough to put it out there, or it's just too nitpicky. I feel like it's important to be nitpicky because obviously you want to have a good product, a good show or a good song, whatever it is that you're putting out, but not to be too much because then if you're too much, you never release anything.
mhm,
I feel like for me, at least for me, that's been a struggle of mine too, because I am a perfectionist and I just like want to get it down to the T. And I do know that Dr. Dre is a super perfectionist, and he himself had a drop date for his album, and then he pushed it. I think he pushed it twice, and he still hasn't released it because of how nitpicky he is on his
Yeah,
own music. So like I've seen interviews of artists saying when they're working with him how they make him do one line like 50 times.
dang.
And it's like I was watching an interview of Busta Rhymes and he was like, it was because of Dre I made this certain song and it's one of his hottest songs. I don't remember what it's called,
Mhm,
but he was saying like, oh, Dre, he was telling me to keep doing it over and over and over again. And I was just getting frustrated with him, like, come on, like, let's move on. And he was like, no, we do it one more time. No, we do it one more time. And And then for some reason, Dre got busy on that weekend that they were
Mhm.
gonna work on it, and so Busted like did the whole rest of the song in that weekend.
Without
He
him
was like,
there,
"Yeah, he got it done hella fast." And then he said that afterwards, because he had to listen to Dre's advice. Dre was telling him to do something different. He
Yeah,
was telling him to not rap so loud and so in your face, because that was his thing. Busta
yeah,
Rhymes' thing is like, like get in your face. And this one, he was more slow and cool with it, relaxed, mellow. And it was a different side of Busta that no one's ever seen before. So that's one of the reasons why Dre was so like heavy on him about it, just like get it right. But
yeah,
then he did it by himself, and what he ended up saying about it was it came out really good, and he liked it a lot. But there are some parts where he could have done better. But he
yeah,
released it anyways, and nobody knows that there's mistakes. Nobody
yeah,
knows, and it's like one of his best songs ever. Made millions of dollars. So it's like even artists as big as him can be, if you're too nitpicky, you'll never release it. So it applies to everybody. I feel like that's one of the biggest things is just keep making it, keep pushing it out, and if it doesn't work out, it's like it didn't work out. You can't take it too hard, like, oh, people didn't like my song. You just
yeah,
move on to the next one, keep creating, because then you never know, the next one might be the one that blows up, and
yeah,
there
you
it
never
is.
know. You really don't. I kinda wanna, like, elaborate on what you said too because, like, I know for me, I'm pretty perfectionist when it comes to at least my mixing because that's usually what puts me off from, like, releasing music is like, "Nah, it doesn't sound right in my car. I wanna redo it, redo it, redo it," like and I don't know if you've heard of, Curtis King. He's, like, a producer on YouTube, and he does, like, a lot of different podcasts and stuff like that, like tutorials. But recently I was listening to a podcast that he did kinda, like, about, not sitting on your music because, like, you're just being a perfectionist or you're afraid or whatever the reason, just not holding on to it because you can't just like hold on to it and just like never do anything with it if your intention, you know what I mean, like you're like defying yourself if you're like not even putting out that's what you wanted to do, like. And I think it's important to have like a good balance though of that whole like nitpicky thing because like, you wanna be able to put out your best work, but at the same time, you don't wanna be, like what you said, your worst critic. You don't wanna, like, hold yourself back. So I think, like, finding, like, a good balance of that is, like, like what you said, is, like, it's pretty important.
For sure, that's key. One of the keys. There's many keys, but that's definitely going to be one of them.
That's one of the golden keys at the top.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
for real.
freaking so are you planning on releasing a project anytime soon, or can we expect some singles, or like what do you got going on this year?
Some singles. I have my goal currently right now because I got a couple goals I'm working on. I'm focused on a couple different things, trying to juggle them. But I did want to release some music in the summertime.
Mm.
I wanted to either do like a EP or something, mixtapes. I'm just like I want to have an like official release, but I don't have a date yet. But I got some goals. Like I'm trying. One of my goals is before I reach the age of 30, which is going to be in May. I want to lose 30 pounds,
Okay.
and I'm really focused on that right now. I'm meal prepping. I'm working out 6 days a week. I'm in this transformation competition right now. It's called One Up Nutrition, and basically whoever has the best transformation, doesn't matter if you're losing weight or gaining weight,
Mhm.
you'll win the prize. There's 5 winners. Top winner gets 10K, then it goes down all the way to like 2K. And that's one of my goals. I got another goal. I'm trying to read some books right now. I'm trying to finish this one up by this month.
Hey.
This is actually a really good book for everybody out there too. This is Jim Quick. He's a famous brain coach. He helps you just focus your mind, helps you learn how to learn better, and just be better productive. And a lot of this can help artists too in a lot of ways. And it's called Limitless. And I'm actually working on real estate too right now. That's
Okay.
something I've been wanting to get into for a while. I just bought the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Agent.
Mhm.
I'm already reading it. I've been studying it, and after that, I got some friends that are in the real estate industry. They're helping me out, coaching me and stuff. So I'm gonna get into that. I want to start getting my real estate license. So I got so many things going on, but for sure, my music is gonna be at the top of that. And I'm gonna have some music out there for summertime.
Okay, okay. Looking forward to it, and, I'll be getting back to that track that we had too. I know
Yeah,
I
for
gotta get
sure.
back on that, but, are there any, like, final thoughts or, like, final words, I guess, that you'd like to share with everyone? Just who you are, like, just anything.
I mean, the last thing I would like to leave everybody with is, we're in a pandemic right now, so like, my prayers go out to everybody that's struggling right now. All those people that lost somebody right now. I've had a lot of family and friends that got COVID. I had two older family members that almost died. They were in a coma for like a week or two. But just like my heart goes out to everybody, and so everybody's struggling financially, everybody's struggling emotionally, spiritually. Everyone's heavy down, and so I just wanted to like try to bring some positivity to everybody. That we're getting through this, and we have a lot of blessings. We had to look around ourselves and just be thankful for what we have, and work towards our goals and where we're at. And don't worry about how great somebody else is doing. If somebody else is on vacation or going to parties every weekend or being crazy, that's all fake. That's all, like just because it looks like they have money, it doesn't mean they have money. So don't put yourself down. Don't be negative about what's going on in your life and your situation. Everybody's has demons that they're struggling with, and it's better to just be positive and be there for each other versus trying to beat each other down like, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. So like for me, I feel like that's a really good message just to keep in mind throughout your day, throughout your week, because a lot of times we get stuck, we get brought down by everybody else's negative energy. So anyways, I just want to tell everybody stay blessed, and thank you guys for watching this, and um, watch out for our new stuff.
Mhm. Well, thank you, brother,
Hmm.
for coming on. This is AFG. You're watching Artists at Work. I'm your host, 1am. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, leave comments, ask the artist anything you want. I'm gonna be leaving a link in the description for you. And just basically, yeah, this is AFG.
Hey, appreciate you, 1 a.m. I appreciate you so much. This is amazing.
Hey, much love. Yeah.